Hello, welcome to the Black Rock Slideshow, which we hope will cover all of the information that you may need for the visit, which is due at the beginning of March. We want to run a wide range of activity sessions. Besides residentials, we run group visits for management training, school visits for days as well as residential ones. And much of this is based at our centre, which is near Bridgewater in Somerset. To clarify where we are, our residential centre is on Bridgewater Bay, overlooking the Bristol Channel, and is just about 5-6 miles away from the M5. Our activity centre is at Copscross Farm in the Quantock Hills. We travel around Somerset a bit. Caving and climbing is on the Mendip Hills, and all these journeys will be by coach. Our residential base is Hill House, which is an old Georgian building, very attractively set out and positioned on the very top of the hill, so the views are quite extensive. Set in about 18 acres of grounds, there's plenty of room for running around at night, but the building itself, the two buildings, are really secure at night. Accommodation will be in two main areas. The main house has dormitory bedrooms as shown, and the annex is a number of smaller rooms with either 2 or 3 bedrooms. These have ensuite, whereas if you're in the main room, it has separate bathrooms and showers. There's always a role for the duty group, and this is just simply clearing up and organising the washing up after the meal. Evening meals will be supplied by an outside contractor, and breakfasts and packed lunches we will sort ourselves. They will be responsible for organising their own packed lunch. We have not really run caving much over the last couple of years because of the COVID problem, but hopefully we should be able to do this in coming March. We supply a helmet with a light, an oversuit, which is like a boiler suit that goes over everything. The one item needed is a pair of Wellington boots. This takes place on the Mendip Hills. Caving and climbing take place at the same place, and it's a limestone crag, and this will be the requirement here is really just a pair of trainers. They will be fine. If it's a wet day, it makes it a little bit more slippery, unfortunately. But we do try to run whatever weather conditions we've got, as long as it's safe to do so. The high ropes course is at our activity centre, and it's not a continual one, similar to Go Ape, but it has a number of elements which are all controlled for safety by climbing ropes, with somebody on the ground holding the rope securely through a selection of metal devices. Some people are more nervous than others. We have lower elements, we have higher ones. And if anybody does get stuck, it really is not a problem to sort it out. People are very often nervous, and a little bit of encouragement makes a lot of difference. At the centre, we do have a good sized lake, and we run a number of activities on that. This is raft building, which is a superb team building one, and you can see how well some of those groups are working with each other. It's a good one. If they fail, they fall in. If they are capable of designing things, working well with each other, tying their knots securely, they should float. Tree climbing is really an extension of the rock climbing day, just that we're on wood rather than rock. Same rules apply with the rope securely held by somebody at ground level. As mentioned before, we do use the lake for kayaking and canoeing, the aim of which is to paddle your boats soundly without falling in. There's always somebody who manages to, but statistically, they're far less likely to do it in March than they would be in the middle of July. These are just reminders. A full equipment list will be posted on the BlackRock website under downloads about a month or so before the visit. But if there's anything you need to know, don't hesitate to give us a call. Just to add, we are inspected on a very regular basis by the Adventure Activities Licensing Authority, which is a subdivision of health and safety. And our inspections cover all the things that we run. We could not run unless we were inspected and held that certificate. We have a good, experienced team, some qualified teachers amongst us, and we've all been working with each other for at least, 15 years. So we know each other, we're all well experienced, and of course very well qualified in what we do.